another amber something or other. Dang, it's a slicky. But it's an interesting shape nevertheless. And what we've got this time, it's another slicky, but with an unusual slick plate on it. Okay, I finally knocked out that one drugstore that was stuck in there for so long. Slick as I figured it would be. Okay, we got a bunch more bottles coming out. Some kind of cobalt blue pharmacy type right here. What's it gonna be? I can't imagine. Slick. What the heck? It's a very interesting bottle. Very nice for a slick. I sure thought there would have to be embossing on it, but somehow there's not. But it's a pretty good slick nevertheless. What's this one gonna be? We got more and more of them. Okay, it's another one of those Melon's Food. So that's pretty nice. And we have multiple bottles jammed in there. 1, 2, 3. What'll it be? One of those bottles that just spilled out had something in it. I think it was, it stinks because it had alcohol in it. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh man. What is that? A light bulb? Crazy. Some kind of a weird little light bulb. Okay, no embossing on that one. No, it's not ready yet. What is this? It's a slick. It's like an early drugstore from the 1800s. Okay, a couple more showing up. Slick chemical type. And it's embossed, and it's looking like another one of those sample Excelsior Foods. Yeah, interesting how I've never found one. Now I've got 3 of them. Okay, I got a bucket load to take to the van. Okay, I found a little pumpkin seed, but of course it had to be broken. It's got a slug plate, but no embossing. And what else have I found? I found this a minute ago. It's still full, but no embossing on that. And this weird medicine with a crown top that's twice the size of a soda crown top. Then we got this beautiful green embossed piece of some kind of I don't know. Okay, we have something potentially very valuable and interesting. I never find siphon bottles, or as some people call them, what are they called? Now I can't remember what I usually call them. Seltzer bottles. But it looks like we have a seltzer bottle showing up. And if it's an etched one from Raleigh, it could be worth hundreds. It's obviously pre-1910, so it's got to be worth a lot of money. Oh, it's got writing on it. And interesting. Is that Alexandria, Virginia? Is that a Robert Portner? Well, I've never heard of a siphon bottle from Robert Portner before, so it still could be worth a lot of money. There's a number of people that collect that stuff because it's a fairly well-known company. This would be the crown jewel of anybody's collection if they're a Robert Portner collector. Okay, I think it's ready. Alright. It's got the top on it. And I don't feel any chips in it either. That's crazy. The first perfect seltzer bottle that I've ever found in 33 years of digging. Can you believe that? Hey, shut up, I'm trying to make a video. Okay, pretty nice, isn't it? Yeah, that's a really great bottle there, and these turn purple also. They generally take a longer time to turn because they just have a small amount of manganese in them. You're not going to believe it, but just 2 seconds after I put that one away, I started digging and I hooked on to what I believe is another one. Oh my god, but it's something different. What is it? Oh my god. Is that Raleigh? It is. I don't believe it. What's it say? Raleigh Steam Bottling Works. Oh my god. That's incredible. That is a really incredible bottle right there. Could be the only one known. That company only existed from 1899 to 1903. So, this is a heck of a good day for me. Okay, it looks like another Vaseline. But I just pulled this out. What is that? Looks like a poker chip, but I don't see anything written on either side. A little bit warped, but it's definitely some early type of plastic, and it did come from way down there in the 1905 layer, so I'll keep it till I find out what it is. Okay, now we're getting way down to the very bottom layer, and we're starting to find potential dispensaries. There was a bunch just 2.5 feet that way, so let's see if we can find some more, but maybe a few intact ones this time. Alright, I just yanked one out without catching it on film. It's still got the medicine in it. Gross. and the cork. But is it embossed? It is. Gilbert Brothers, Baltimore. I don't know. Should I leave the medicine in there? It doesn't look too good, but... Okay, we got another medicine type showing up. Okay, it's just a blank, slicky, smoothie, no name having. I just picked up a giant scoop of dirt and noticed a giant cobalt blue bottle sticking out of it. Okay, I think we got ourselves a Warner and Company. Yeah, and it's still got the cork in it. So that's another nice score. Getting a little bit in a hurry because we got a lot of dirt still to move. And it still goes another 8 inches down at the deepest point. And we only got about an hour and a half of daylight left. Okay, we're definitely into the dispensary layer now. We're starting to find a bunch of flask pieces. And there's another one. Okay, we got something that looks like an ink. It is. We're finding all kinds of bottles today. It's looking like a beer. But no, it's just some kind of a... I don't know what those are. Okay, there's another dispensary shard. And what do we got? Something else is showing up in here. Yeah, we got amber medicine. And something like a plate underneath it. Okay, it is a excavating and it is embossed. So, it's a pretty nice one, even though we have plenty of those. Alright, we got another one of these showing up. And we got a broken soda and something else. Okay, what do we got this time? We got an amber stopper. We got... what is this? It's embossed. S.H. Kennedy's. C. X'd. What is that? Never seen anything like it before. Got a bit of a lip chip and it's probably fresh, but still it looks pretty nice and I've never seen one. Okay, we have what could be a whole dispensary flask. There's a broken one with almost a full slug plate. So, as you can see, there's most of one right here, but is it embossed on the other side? And do we have the top? Please say yes. So far it's looking good. Okay, I think it's about ready now. Oh no! Are you joking with me? The only intact strap-sided flask in the entire place and it's slick. What a chip. Okay, we got something else. I'm thinking it looks more like a pharmacy, but Just a minute. Yeah, that's no good. Okay, it's looking like it's going to be a Bobbit and Wayne just by the shape of it. It is. It's a nice big one too. It's an 8-ouncer. Not as good as a dispensary, of course, but I love finding embossed 8-ounce drugstores. Yeah, I didn't even need to see the embossing on the bottle, because if I looked right there at the dirt, you could see the embossing left in the clay. Okay, we got a Cobalt Blue. I'm thinking it's going to be another Warner and Company. A lot more dispensary shards have been found, but I'm not showing them all to you this time because you probably are sick of seeing them. And besides, my camera battery's about to die. It's just a bromo, but it's a pretty nice looking one. It's the 3rd biggest size, so that's pretty good. Okay, that's a little different. It's broken, obviously, but I've never found one before. You know what that is, don't you? It's some kind of urinal for bedridden people. So I'll bring it home just because it's rather unique. Okay, we got 2 flasks showing up at the same time. Okay, that one is slick. Has most of the label still on it though. That other one is going to be embossed, but not a dispensary, I'm sure, because of the shape. It's not the kind for that. But it is embossed. It's only from Louisville. It's a Crabfelder's. Still not too bad. Anything embossed is good. Okay, you're not going to believe this, but I was there for at least 2 more hours after the battery had died. I found at least 35 more bottles. It was one for the record books, I'll tell you. I must have found 100 bottles altogether. I was about to pull this one out right as the camera died. It is a straight-sided Coke from Atlanta in perfect condition. And then, about a half an hour later, I found this one. Property of Silico Company. Also in perfect condition. And many pharmacies. One of the King Drug Companies in that style. And then King Drug Company of that style. And another one. And yet another one. 3 of the same style and the same 1-ounce size. Crazy. What else is down in there? Oh yeah, I found this. I don't know if I've ever found one of these before. It's a 3-sided and it's small, so I'm assuming that means it's a poison, especially since it says sharpened dome on it. So that's a nice score. And we got this one. Another King Drug Company of the squared off variety. And then we have our seltzer bottles, which you did see. Hopefully they're going to stay in mint condition. Okay, now we got the Raleigh Steam Bottling Works. Just wanted to show it to you as it's partially cleaned, and then I'll show it to you again after I clean it up all the way. How do you like that? Pretty nice, isn't it? I think it's actually pontled. It has some kind of a circle. It has a polished pontle if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not really familiar with how they made seltzer bottles in the 1890s. And we have this one. So, I haven't tried to find out if these are both one-of-a-kinds or how many exist. I have a feeling it's going to be hard to research these. But, as you can see, they're both in mint condition. No tops. I guess they kept those for some reason. I would think they would still be there. And the glass tubes that go inside, no glass straw remained either. So I guess they threw these out and decided to keep the hardware for other bottles. Okay, we have this soda. Doesn't have any problems except for slight case wear above the slug plate on this one. It's got a nice bubble in there. So I'm going to put a value of about $35 on that one. And of course we have several of these, and they definitely have the original contents because it's full right to the top, and they both have corks in them. They're rather unique. Some really dark stuff in there. I'm going to value those at $10 each. And then we have the cola cartonettes. Interesting. I think those are worth about $35. And then we have the Coca-Cola from Atlanta. I thought it was perfect, but it has a flash crack in the neck. It's very hard to notice. And it's on the back, so it detracts very little from it. But there is something unique about it. Just look at the bottom. The one side is as thin as a light bulb, and the other side is at least 10 times as thick. It's a crescent moon sort of situation. Yeah, if I turn it like that, it definitely looks like a crescent moon with a star, but it's really an X in the middle. So that's kind of unique. If I was to turn it purple, it might make it look weird because one side would be so much darker than the other. And it's got that tiny little Coca-Cola on the edge. But still, it's a fairly scarce bottle, and it displays very nice. I'm going to value it still at $50. And then we got the Warner and Company. It's a nice Cobalt bottle. I never find these anywhere except for this particular dump, and I think I found 2 of them this time. So I'm going to say that's worth about $25. Okay, then we got this big 8 ounce of the Bob and Wayne. It's always fun to find an 8 ounce in Boss Drugstore from anywhere. So that's probably worth about $40 because you don't find a whole lot of them in the bigger sizes. And then we got this nice looking King Drug Company. It's very clean and it's got that nice square shape. And it's a nice bigger 4 ounce one, so I'm gonna think that this has got to be worth about $28. And then we have another one of those in a smaller size. And it is also in mint condition. So I'm gonna say that one's worth about 30. Then we have this nice one. It's a picture drugstore, so that makes it automatically more valuable. Even though it's the most common picture and it's really just a line drawing, as I call it. Not much detail. It's not too exciting, but some people like those. So I'm going to put a value of $35 on it. Then we got this nice big 16-ounce sapphire blue drugstore bottle. What if that had been embossed? That'd be really incredible. I don't know if it's really considered a drugstore bottle or not. It could have been just some kind of a product. But whatever it is, it's a definite nice one for a slick, and I'm going to value it at $20. Okay, now we have a Dr. Thatcher's free sample. I've never found one, and it's a nice clean example, so I'm going to put about a $22 value on that. And next we have this beautiful Cobalt slick. And yet another bottle. I've never found one quite like it before. Even though there's no embossing on it, I would say it's got to be worth about $8. And whatever this is, the giant economy size atomizer, I don't know, but it is rather interesting. Even though the top does have some serious damage, it still looks nice on the shelf, and I'm going to still value it at $7. And we got this one still in the wrapper, so you know it's a good one. It is the nice big Robert Simpson with the mortar and pestle on it. I actually have two of these in the large size. There's another one sitting right down there soaking. I'll get to these next. But let's have a look at this other one that's still in a wrapper. And it is another one of these Cobalt Warner and Companies with the cork still in it. Got a lot of duplicates actually. And here's a bunch of great ones soaking showing up next. Okay, then we got the Bobbitt and Wayne in the 3-ounce size. Then we have this beautiful King Drug Company in the oval shape in the 1-ounce size. And yet another one. This one has a lip chip. And then we have another oval shaped one. How many of that? We either got 3 or 4 of these in the 1-ounce size. That's crazy. Okay, there's the beautiful King Company in the odd script. It's a rather pretty bottle. Probably worth about $45. Then we got this beauty. I was hoping to find another one of these. I found one a while back and I sold it, and I kind of regretted it because it's such a beautiful bottle. And it's a unique shape. It's kind of a thin one. It's kind of thinner than any pharmacy I've ever seen for its size. And it's a very rare company. It's only the second one I've ever seen. So I'm thinking it's worth about $75. And this one is in mint condition. And we have the Robert Simpson all cleaned up. And I think this is the 4-ounce size, so that's a pretty nice one. Probably worth about $65, I think. Then we have another one in an even bigger size. So that's going in my collection because I'm sure I don't have one in the 6-ounce. And that is in perfect condition as well. Although I think I may have smashed 1 or 2 of these accidentally when I was digging. So that to me is worth about $75. Then we got the Hood's Sarsaparilla. It's pretty clean example. Probably only worth $10 or $12 though. Then we got the Good. Pepto-Mangan Good. It's a very clean example. It's got interesting embossing on the bottom as well. But this is also only worth $10 or $12. Then we got the Crabfelder. It's nice and clean. No problems with this one, and I'm going to put a value of about $12 on it. And then we have the three-sided Poison from Sharp and Dome. I'm not sure if I ever found one of these before. It's been a while if I have. It's got to be worth at least $20. Then we got the smaller size Keysby and Madison. It's a nice color. I don't think I've ever read the bottom of one of these before. I don't think the bigger size has that all on the bottom. So I'm going to say that's worth probably $12.50. Then we have this slick with a wide top on it. Pretty good for an unembossed bottle. I'm going to put a value of $7.50 on it. And then we have this nice clean one. Not sure what this is, but I'm sure I looked it up years ago, but I forget. But it's a nice beautiful bottle, so I'm going to say it's got to be worth at least $12. It does have a glass stopper that goes with it. So we got 12 embossed North Carolina drugstores in one day. That's a record for sure. There's one more even, but it's from somewhere else. I don't know where it is right now. But I'm very pleased with that score. Nice variety of different names and sizes. Alright, I got this one flask that has most of the label, and I decided I was going to try to clean it off a bit. So I started rubbing it very lightly with one of these Q-tips, and it's slowly bringing out the label. I'll get back to you after I clean it better. Okay, it's a little bit better. Can't quite read what it says yet, but I do see that it says Salisbury NC over there on the bottom. So that's really nice to see a local North Carolina piece. I think I'm going to dip it in water and just let it naturally dry, and hopefully that'll improve the color and get a little bit more of the dirt off of it. Okay, it's looking better. Hard to believe it still looks that good. This is possibly 120 years in the ground and still maintains that much of the paper label. It's at least 115 years old. So as you can see, it still has some of the contents in it, and that is the original cork. That is obviously the original contents. Well, should be anyway. So after it dries for an hour, I think I'll put a couple of the strips of 2-inch wide crystal clear tape over it. I really should be more careful when I pull out these slick whiskeys so I can preserve the labels better. But this one is ready to be sealed off and preserved. Might not look that great sitting on the shelf, but at least I'm preserving history. Let's see what else we have. A Mulford pre-digested beef in a smaller size than the one I found last time. Pretty interesting. I actually found 5 of these sample Excelsior Food Company bottles. Never found one in my life, but somehow I found 5 in one day. They're all somewhat damaged and cracked except for this one. So I don't know what this is worth. And another full medicine bottle. Got some red stuff in it. I guess it's mercurochrome. What else is red? But it's also embossed. Okay, what does that say on it? Is it a Wythe & Company? It's something I've never found before, and the fact that it's got the original medicine from 120 years ago in it makes it rather special. I would think it's got to be worth $20 because it's still full. And then I got this tiny poison bottle. For some reason it doesn't say poison on it though. Not sure if these tiny ones just didn't have room for the embossing or what, but it's definitely a poison for sure. And it's blown in the mold and nice and clean, so I'm going to put a value of about $14 on it because the bigger ones sell for $12.50, and this one is definitely more rare. At least 10 times as rare in this miniature size. And we got another full medicine bottle, but it doesn't look too good. But I guess I'll save it just because it's historically significant maybe. Might be worth $5 to somebody. And we got the Charles Phillips and Company. Had a bunch of medicine dried up in it, but I finally got it clean. I'm assuming that's the same as the Phillips Milk of Magnesia. So I think it's got to be worth about $7 or $8, right? And we got 3 of the Melon's Food in the small size. Free sample. So that's pretty unusual. I haven't found any of these in that dump, and 3 of them in one day. It's weird how there'll be a pocket of a certain type of bottle and the whole rest of the dump won't have any of them. I'm thinking that's probably worth $12. And of course we got the blue medicine bottle. It was full with a cork, but it just had clear liquid in it, so I figured it was probably water, so I got rid of it. But that is a beautiful slick, so I'm going to value it at $20. Yes, there was literally 100 bottles found. I'm not going to show all of them to you, of course. Here's yet another one. Very weakly embossed on that. But yeah, that was probably a $1,000 dig right there. Definitely gonna remember that dig for the rest of my life.